if you were to go to Romans chapter 2, and I'll, for time's sake on this video, I'll just encourage you to go there. But if you were to go to Romans chapter 2, pick up about verse 21 through 27, I mean, via the pen of Paul, you see these verses as scathing criticism of hypocrisy. It's talking about how some people will tell others how to do or what to do, or how to behave, or what to behave, or how they should be, etc., 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 and yet not be a practicer of that. Once again, yes, the Lord expects all of us to practice what we preach. I will say, as a minister of the gospel, it sickens me, the reputation that sadly many a pulpit has in the fact of preaching one thing, and sometimes the very congregants who are listening to it know that that individual or his family is not practicing anything of what he is saying. And certainly God is not pleased with that. People shouldn't be pleased with that. And I'm displeased with that, because sadly in this world today people label all of us the same, and yet certainly that's just not the case. There are many a preacher, many a teacher, many a discipler who are giving themselves to the Lord and yielding to Him, and repentant when they are not responsive to something that the Word says, broken-hearted, not pleased with themselves in that case, and yielding to the Spirit, walking in the Spirit, understanding that they need such to live right. And so we shouldn't judge always people that same way, should we? And yet I want to follow up one more way of doing that, because oftentimes the people who are trying to call out the other people, normally they got something happening in their life as well, right? And in fact, sometimes it's easy to point the attention to somebody else not doing what they should do, or not living like they should live, to try to get the attention off of yourself. Oh, and it's easy to do via a keyboard or through our thumb on social media, isn't it? Now, I'm bringing all that up because our Bible reading today is Nehemiah chapter 10 through 13. onebaptist.org/devotional. Go to the Devo, get it out today. It's about 3/4 of a page. You'll see the Christ revealed section there. Pretty cool way that Christ is revealed through the walls of Jerusalem. You'll see that. Compare spiritual things with spiritual things, and God will minister that to you. But I'm bringing all that up because in Nehemiah chapter 10, I do like the example that Nehemiah sets for us all. What you have happening, of course, the people of God had gotten away from the Word of God, and we know that. We know that's how the walls came down. They had been experiencing judgment. The wall gets back up, and the people are making a covenant with God based upon the covenant that God had made with them. They put theirs in writing, if you will, and they're saying how they're gonna keep those things. And if you were to look at the things they start talking about, it's the things of the law that they had broken. But they're giving their word to God. They're giving a promise, a covenant, if you will, to God. And what I wanted to just point out for application of our day is that in Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 1, it says, now there's these leaders that seal this covenant, which was a big deal, certainly in that day. But I just want you to see now how the people follow those leaders. But look at the very first name. Now those that sealed were Nehemiah. And then it goes on and gives all these other verses of names and names and names, and then positions and positions and positions. And you see it start here and it trickle all the way down throughout that land. But it did it because a leader decided to put his name where it belonged, practicing what he preached. All of us should be able to say, follow me as I follow God. And if not, why not? Let that examine you. God bless.